And we back. Today I have one goal and one goal only, and that is to win the championship with the Houston Rockets, man. The last time they got that, I was literally in diapers, so it's been a long time. They've continuously tried to put teams around James Harden to win a championship, and they've always come up short. Sometimes just really, really short to being in the finals. And then this year, they were super far away because they got eliminated in the second round. Now, this year, they tried to do this whole small ball experiment, trying to evolutionize the game of basketball. And if you ask me, and you ask everybody else that was watching them this season, and mostly this series, it did not work out very well. So I'm trying to fix that because I really wanted to see them boys be successful.
Like, come on, bro. I even got a small poster of these two together. So y'all know I wanted to see them be successful.
But there are a few things that I am going to have to do that. First one, I will be keeping James Harden. People are suggesting that they move on from James Harden. That is not the objective. I want James Harden to win a championship in today's video. The second is the same with Russell Westbrook, because we've seen his name get thrown around a lot after this series about him getting traded. And you know what? I kind of put some fuel to the fire on Twitter, but I be just joking on Twitter. People don't realize that I want to keep those two players because in the post-game interview, James Harden mentioned that they are one piece away. So I'm going to try to keep them together for at least one more season, and if it doesn't work out, then we'll make the necessary trades to break them up. But I'm giving it one more year with me changing the scheme and me changing everything about it. Now, I did a whole video on my second channel basically talking about the Houston Rockets and what I think went wrong and things like that, so I'll leave that in the description down below if you want to hear just more basketball-related talk. But now we are going to the rebuild. Be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. It always helps the channel grow, and that is the objective, to hit a milli eventually. I don't know when, but eventually. So here's the roster we're working with. Now, you know 2K21 is a very, very broken game. So much so that the 2020 free agency class and the 2021 free agency class are all into one free agency class. So as much as I want to try to keep this relatively realistic, it's going to hit points and bumps in the road where it's not that realistic. For example, I mean, if I trade find a Russell Westbrook, we're going to get trades like for Devin Booker. And of course, in real life, you probably pull a trigger on this deal, but that's just unrealistic. The Suns are not trading Devin Booker. So I have to figure out trades that would make sense kind of for both teams, but eventually I may throw that out of the equation because I tried to record this video late last night and I went 4 years and I couldn't win a championship because I was trying to be realistic. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to keep it somewhat realistic, but if I'm not going another 4 years to fail. So the thing is, mostly with like James Harden and Russell Westbrook, these guys are getting up there in age, so we have to do something now because James Harden is going to start to decrease in an overall. Same thing with Russell Westbrook. He's already been decreasing since his MVP season a few years ago. So if we want to keep them together and win a championship, it has to be this year. But again, if that doesn't work, then we'll make the changes to split them up. Now, how do the Houston Rockets get better? The first thing to do is to change the scheme. The 5-out isolation James Harden thing can't be successful. And it was Kobe Bryant that told us that last year. Rest in peace to the Mamba. It just can't be really successful as far as winning the championship. So I'm firing the coaching staff and I'm switching up the system from this 5-out ISO ball. It's been so long since we've seen James Harden really be effective off ball. The last time he was really effective off ball was when these two players were playing together the first time in OKC. So I need to get James Harden back in that mode where, like, if he doesn't have the ball, he's not just sitting at the hash. He'll run off screens. He'll do this and that because he can be successful there. And that's with coaching and everything and changing the players around him. Now, the reason they went with this ultra small ball lineup was to open things up for Russell Westbrook. And I still want to keep things open for Russell Westbrook. I just don't want my center to be 6'5". So let's go find a center that can be a guy that can stretch the floor for us, that allows the game to open up for Russell Westbrook. Now, the names that I've been seeing a lot is this guy Al Horford, and another guy is from the Indiana Pacers, and that is going to be Miles Turner. Al Horford's contract is ridiculously large. I don't want $27 million, especially when we already have 2 Supermax contracts on the books. We don't really have the money to pay Al Horford and still build the rest of our team. So because of that, I will go to Miles Turner. He's making $18 million, and when you add him and Eric Gordon is making $16 million, like, you legitimately can make this trade financially straight up. But obviously, the Pacers are not going to accept this straight up, so we have to figure how to sweeten the pot enough for them to accept this trade. And we don't really have that, like, crazy amount of assets, right? Chris Clemens is 1.5 star, and then when it comes to the picks, we have these 2 picks together, and that's pretty much it. I mean, we gave so many picks to OKC to get Russell Westbrook. As you can see, where is it at? Rockets pick Wow, did we only give up one pick? I could have sworn they gave up at least 2. Maybe I'm bugging, but I thought they gave up at least 2. But we've given up first round picks every single year because the goal is to win a championship with James Harden and build the team around him. So they're just trying to do that. And Daryl Morey has been just trying to do that by just throwing draft picks at people. I'll give a top 10 protected first round pick, and then this second. And we have a deal. Miles Turner is the center that can keep the floor open and spaced. Now, I do like PJ Tucker. I think he is kind of like, he's not the heart and soul of the team because you still have Russell Westbrook, but he is so impactful. So I think if we just made him back to a power forward, he could be an impactful NBA player still, and then make his secondary position center if that's what we really want. Now, the thing it has to do with Robert Covington next. In real life, Robert Covington was a crucial piece to the small ball lineups. And when he first got traded to Houston, he was doing his thing. He was blocking shots. He was doing everything. But y'all know in 2K, they were not nice to Robert Covington. And I know exactly why. If we go to Robert Covington's like attributes, the reason Robert Covington always shoots 35% from the field is this stat right here, offensive consistency. Everybody in the league that has a low offensive consistency ends up being bad in 2K. That goes to like Marcus Smart, players that we know are good NBA players. You can't really show that in 2K because of the offensive consistency. Like, let's see, who's the worst? Matisse Thybulle also shoots 30% from the field. I mean, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist makes sense. I mean, that boy ain't had a jump shot in 17 years. But these are the players, right? Marcus Smart, John Isaac, Avery Bradley. These are guys that are impactful NBA players in real life, but because of their offensive consistency rating, you won't really see that. Like, think about that. His offense, those 3 guys' offensive consistencies are worse than these dudes that don't even get minutes. That's insane. That's insane, 2K. So please fix that, because the game would be so much better if we had them playing like they really do. There's no reason for Robert Covington in real life to average what? He averaged 12 points per game on 42% shooting. And then if we get into today's game of 2K, he'd shoot 35%. Nobody has that big of a drop off, 2K. Nobody does. So I'm going to have to trade Robert Covington because I want to win a championship, and I can't do it with him on the team and him being our 3rd best player technically. So Robert Covington is a good impactful player in real life, and he's making about 12 million, right? $12 million a year. So we have to figure out who we can trade for him in that instance. I mean, our guards positions are cool. We'd be wanting to probably trade him away for another small forward. And the idea is to get a small forward that can create a little bit more than just sit around. So let's see if there's a guy making about 11 million that's obtainable to trade for with the lack of assets we have that can also create his own shot. I mean, I'm asking for a lot from a guy that's making about 11 million, but maybe it's Will Barton. Will Barton can create his own shot. He's a good defender as well. He's smaller, but that's kind of the mold Houston loves anyway. I'm adding Will Barton to the list of players we could potentially trade for. Again, he's an overall drop from Robert Covington, but he'll be better than Robert Covington in 2K because his offensive consistency is not 30. I'm really tempted to do this deal, but it would be for a 1-year deal with Gallinari. And though Gallinari would fit exactly what we want to do as far as opening the floor to allow our guys to do their thing, I don't think I can really trade these 2 players for just a 1-year rental of Gallinari when I know that we probably won't be able to bring him back. So as cool as it would be to have Gallinari on the team, I don't think we can. The trade finder ain't been too great for these 2 players, which kind of makes sense. PJ Tucker is a guy, again, I want to keep him around, but he's 35, and y'all know the way 2K works with the regression system. He'll probably regress significantly next season, and he's also a free agent. So I got to keep that in mind as well. So I'm going to try to do the Will Barton trade. They would accept this trade right now, but I don't want it to be like that. Since we are giving up the better player as far as overall goes in 2K, I wonder if we can snag another player on the team. Like a guy like Torrey Craig will be perfect for our team. He'll have one role, that's to sit in the corner and play good defense. The only problem is financially that doesn't make sense, so we need to throw them like, I'll give you Tyson Chandler, old self, and then you give us back like you have our pick? Oh, we can't get that back. Why do they have our pick? Give us a second. Okay, deal. All right, so we made a deal. We brought in Torrey Craig and Will Barton, and Torrey Craig is going to get minutes for us, which is cool. Now I feel like I could have got a 1st-round pick or something. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of trade that just went down, where I feel like I probably could have got more. These 2 positions are small forward to power. Our 4 positions are super stacked with players. Even though a lot of these players aren't really like impact players, I still have too many of them. Ben Mclemore, I could probably make a shooting guard. His overall will probably go down. It does, so let's keep him there. But Ben Mclemore can play some backup shooting guard. It's kind of what he did all season long. Daniel House is good at where he is. I do like the way Jeff Green played for us. So I don't think we're going to get a better guy on a minimum contract than what Jeff Green was this season. So, I mean, can we get I want to get like another center that can fit the role. So if we traded David Nwaba and the second we just got from the Nuggets, nothing came up. So let's go figure out this coaching situation. Mike D'Antoni, as you know, great offensive coach, good defensive coach. He's good at what he does, but we need a more balanced offense now more than ever. Or we could go space and pace. That will work with this team as well. Let's go space and pace. Let's go with Michael Stofford. And then our assistant, we'll bring in Owen Taylor. He's got 8 potential. And now let's look at our rotation. We have Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Will Barton, PJ Tucker, and Miles Turner. And off the bench, we still have Jeff Green, Daniel House, Austin Rivers, and Ben Mclemore and Torrey Craig. We can just run a 10-man. And I think that's a good lineup, man. I do believe Torrey Craig is going to be an impactful player for us, bro. Because he could play some Will Barton minutes. Because Will Barton's not a bad defender, don't get me wrong, but he's just smaller. You see he's got some badges, but Torrey Craig is a little bit bigger there at 2 inches taller, and then his defensive badges there. So he'll play like impactful minutes where we need that stop. And this still allows us to play some small ball as well, because we don't really have a backup center, so we still will get minutes with PJ Tucker's at center, and then Jeff Green might play some center minutes, or so that gives us all that opportunity to do that. And then salary cap wise, going into next season, if we don't win a championship this year, which we probably won't, Will Barton has this option, which we will accept. PJ will be out there in the market again. If things are not going great this season, you may see me flip PJ at the trade deadline, just because, I mean, I want to get something for a guy that we will let walk anyway. I added Drew Holiday to the list of players that we want. I mean, I think he'd be perfect on this team, but we just don't have the financially, we just can't make it happen because of his contract. So let's go and simulate the first 2 weeks of the season, see how things go. No trades, please. And we start off the season at the record of 5-2. That's pretty good. Second week of the season. I mean, one thing we could say about the Houston Rockets is that we're going to be good in the regular season. It's about after that, once we get to the postseason, how things are going to go. And right now we are 11-8, which is not amazing, but it's early season and team chemistry is on. So we just made a bunch of trades. So just allow these guys to gel a little bit, and I'm pretty sure we'll be better. And after scouring the entire league at the deadline, I did not see a single trade that was worth doing. The real problem is throughout the course of this rebuild is the fact that we have 2 Supermax players. That is hindering us from making any significant trades at all. So it's kind of tough. When James Harden says we're one piece away, I'm sure Daryl Morey, their GM, is like, okay, maybe so, but like, how the heck do we get that one piece? Because it will be tough to do. But we're going on a nice little win streak right here. Okay, we just saw like a 6-7 game win streak. That's 8 game win streak. They ended up losing to the Orlando Magic by 1, but that's exactly what we need. We need some momentum. I mean, we're up to the 4 seed. We're just 1.5 games behind the 3 seed. We need some momentum going into the end of the season, because I mean, I think we still are a team that can surprise some people. I don't know, you definitely wouldn't call us the favorite, but we can surprise some people. I think Luka Doncic wins most valuable player. Dylan Windler, of course. Schroeder, Giannis, Marquise Chris wins most improved. Okay. And he is with the Warriors still. And Rick Carlisle wins Coach of the Year at 57 wins. We won 54, so we're not that far off from one of the best teams in the league. Did we get any James Harden, Russell Westbrook? There's James Harden, All-NBA second team. He averaged a total of 29 points per game. Good. 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Good efficiency. Close to 50, 40, 90 is a few free throws away, which is great for him. And then Russell Westbrook made third team, averaging 22, 7, and 7. So, I mean, both of our star players ended up playing to their potential. Now it's about trying to win a championship as we finish as a 3 seed, which is good. I'll take a 3 seed. The rest of the statistics are here. Jeff Green off our bench actually was our 3rd highest scorer. So we should have probably put him in the starting lineup over PJ Tucker, who only averaged 4 and shot it terribly. PJ Tucker's another one of those guys with low offensive consistency, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, we may start Jeff Green for the playoff series, bro. Jeff Green might be the move. And then Torrey Craig, I want Torrey Craig getting minutes over Ben Mclemore, even though Ben Mclemore is more offense. We're probably going to need that defense. I guess it depends on our matchup, right? Let's see who our first round was, because I didn't even really look. It will be the Denver Nuggets. Oh, wow. Okay. So we made a trade with them to take on Will Barton. They have Robert Covington sitting on their bench. But trading Will Barton, gave them the opportunity to start Michael Porter Jr. You know what I'm saying? So let's see how this goes. We're going to go game by game on this one. We win game 1. James Harden and Russell Westbrook did their thing. Russell Westbrook 40-point triple-double. Shout out to him. Game 2 is a win for us, not Simcast Live. That's definitely not what I wanted to press. And I don't know how long it's going to take to... Okay, it loaded up. Perfect. And we just get right out of here. Get me out. Okay, so we're going to get back to simulating. I try to not do cuts in simulation and just kind of let it play itself. We lose a game there. We're like, come on, where's the production, bro? Where's our third best player? Come on, bro. That, like, our 2 guys can't do it all. Okay, we go up 3-1. And we get to the second round to go against the Lakers. A rematch, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if they made any changes to their roster. Avery Bradley is here. That's the big change. Avery Bradley is here. Game 1, we win. We went to overtime and we won. LeBron had a great game, but oh my God, this is what we need. Production all around. Will Barton off the 12 rebounds for my small 6'5" small forward. Okay, Trill Will. Okay, those are the type of games we need. Now, are we gonna get that every single game? Probably not. But we win game 2 significantly again. And look at the production all around. This is what can be happening, ladies and gentlemen. We have players that can create. We have another third creator. Look at Will Barton, bro. Triple-double. Game 1, he put up 21 and 12. In the game 2, 11 and 10. Will Barton coming out to play. Game 3, we're up 3-0. You know, just a couple trades. Don't go super. Okay, let's put him away. We don't have to be super small ball anymore, ladies and gentlemen. A couple trades, get a center that can still stretch the floor and protect the paint, even though this game, he didn't do any of that. Jeez. But we got out of there to go against Luka Doncic, and this is going to be our hardest matchup because y'all know Luka is an absolute legend in 2K. In real life, too. Not just 2K. In real life, too. Camera's about to die. Give me a sec. Now, we've been here before as a team kind of recently. So... the ceiling is a championship. That's what we want. Game 1 is a win for us, too. We win by 1 in a game where we got production from a lot of players. James Harden did not have a good game, but we had everybody else come in, and we played solid defense on Luka. He had a triple-double, but, you know, he didn't score the way he usually does. This man be averaging 40 points in a series sometime. Game 2, they come back, and there's the Luka we expected. I mean, they made some trades. They have Rudy Gay on their team now. And then they also have George Hill on their team now. So they made some trades this season. Game 3, a big one, is a loss. Tough. That's tough. And Luka. Okay. Right now we have James Harden guarding Luka. We're going to have to make the trades, or not the trades, but the changes, because that can't be his assignment. Like, legit, Will Barton. I'm going to need Will Barton to be the assignment for Luka for next game. And we'll see how it goes with Will Barton on him. He's just a better defender than James Harden is as far as like one-on-one. And there it is. And Luka still had a great game. Don't get me wrong. But we had a better game from our star, James Harden, because he didn't have to chase Luka Doncic around anymore. He could just focus on offense. Will Barton, I mean, just put all your energy to the defensive side of the ball. I'm okay with you not being a great offensive player. Oof. Oh my God. Is this like the best stat line from anybody ever in the playoffs? 51, 16, and 17? All right, we're going to a game 5 or a game 6, a must win or go home. In this situation, we're going to shorten our rotation even more. We need our stars playing as many minutes as possible. And we don't even need... How's Austin Rivers been good? Ben Mclemore has not been that good in the playoffs. Neither with Torrey Craig. So, okay, we're okay with this. All right, moment of truth. Let's get that. Let's go to game 6 and get this W, team. It's at home. I mean, it's in Texas. So I'm guessing we're going to have some Mavericks fans in attendance. It looks like we lost this one. 7-point game with 4 minutes left. 11-point game with 2 minutes left. And we lost it. I'm guessing Luka had a game, man. 37, 14, and 13. And they lose to the Celtics in the finals. All right. I mean, we saw what we could be. And I think, do we split them up now? We still didn't reach our pinnacle of a championship. So we may split these guys up, especially because I know Russell Westbrook's overall is going to drop. So maybe it is that time. Maybe it's the time, this experiment of Russell Westbrook and James Harden. It's got us to the conference finals once. But that might be the ceiling of the two together. So let's figure it out. And because there's so many players, oh my God, look at that. There's so many players that are free agents this offseason. I think we're gonna wait until the regular season to trade Russell Westbrook. See what free agency brings. We won't have a draft pick, so I'll get past that. Can we talk about how in 2K21 the game has been out since September 4th and then September 13th, 14th, or whatever, and we still can't load in draft classes. You know, we still can't load in draft classes, which is insane. That's absolutely insane. We can't load in draft classes. It makes no sense, 2K. And they said they were going to try to fix it, and so far they have not been able to fix it. So 36-year-old PJ Tucker, I can bring him back. His production just wasn't good this season, and he's going to drop to a 74 overall. Again, I tried to record this video last night, and I failed. So I know his overall is going to drop significantly, so I can bring him back. Austin Rivers, on the other hand, I'm okay with bringing him back. He had a good season for us, and he's a cheap backup that we could trust. Torrey Craig is restricted. So I would like to keep him around. Jeff Green is 35, so we're going to let Jeff Green walk as well, because I know about his overall and how he's going to drop. Thabo Cephalosha is 37. We just had a super old team here. So I'm renouncing the rights on all of these guys. Ben Mclemore is an interesting guy. I may bring him back because I think he played his role pretty well. Let's see. Giannis went to the Lakers. Anthony Davis went to the Hawks. Kawhi went to the Grizzlies. The Pacers get Paul George again. I mean, the Hornets get Rudy Gobert. The Cavs get another small guard to add to the rotation. 2K is so bad. I don't understand it. 2K is so bad. Let's go get Ben Mclemore, bring him back to the team. I don't think his overall drops. I don't think he gets better either, but a 75 overall is a rotational piece we'll take. And I don't know why I'm going this way. This is the most inefficient way to find Ben Mclemore, but we'll do it. We're already here. 2-year deal. I want a team option on that, and we'll lower the salary just a little bit to here. 5 mil. 5 mil, Ben. And right now we don't have a power forward at all on the roster. So let's see. We're gonna have our mid-level exception. Jeez, that was hard to say. And we have to figure out who we use it on. We're not better off just bringing back PJ Tucker. I'll tell you that much. But all of the mid-level exception guys are like old, or can't shoot, but doesn't play defense, or old again. All right, let's. Oh man. James Johnson, 1-year deal. Welcome to the team, I guess. Trade Fighter's a wild place. Of course, we're not doing this because, like I said, I want to keep it at least somewhat realistic. But Trade Fighter's a wild place. Draymond and Aaron Gordon, Porzingis. I saw a trade that I thought was interesting, and I'm gonna go back to see if I want to pull the trigger on it. And there was this trade right here. They just signed Freddie, but they already have 2 very small guards. They got Duncan Robinson in free agency too. That's a good signing. They got good centers. I'd be trading Ben Mclemore, but getting back Freddie and Kevin Love. Kevin Love is not the same player that he was back in these days, but he's still a good player. He's on a bigger contract. I'm going to pull the trigger on this one. That allows Freddie to be our starting point guard, and then it puts Kevin Love at the power forward position. And then I think we're a better team now than we were yesterday. I do think that. Better team now than we were yesterday. And that's always the goal, right? So the next thing we have to do, I think, is to get... I think the Miles Turner as the only center thing is done with. So let's go get another center. He's old, but he can still hoop. One-time champion, former defensive player of the year. I'm bringing in Marc Gasol, and like I said, he is 36 years old, but we're trying to win a championship. He still got some necessary badges for us to, to help our team out. And our team is now Freddie, James Harden, Will Barton, Kevin Love, and Miles Turner. This team is just more well-rounded than the teams that they've had in the past, and I think that's going to be our deciding factor in us being a successful team. 7 seconds or less still works perfectly for us because it's James Harden. Or the triangle? I mean, balanced. Do I just go get a balanced coach? I think we might just go get a balanced coach. Even though Stafford is A+, we probably just need somebody that just fits the system. And in that case, we'll just get the best balanced coach, who is Otis Newman in this situation. Otis, welcome to the team. It is your team now. And yeah, we're going to keep everything the same. James Harden's going to be our #1 option. We will not feed the post. We're going to get our shooters open. And we're going to let it be like that. Giannis wins MVP. I mean, the Lakers are probably ridiculously good. I don't know. Boogie, 6-man. He plays for that Cavs team. The Cavs team might have been good, man. Shea wins most improved, averaging 22, 6, and 6. But we can round up 22, 7, and 7. Good efficiency. And we win Coach of the Year, which is great. James Harden has his... Man, this is unfair. This is unfair. We're going to have to go against him. Either we're going to go against his Lakers team, or we're going to have to go against Luka. And both are ridiculously incredible teams. And, oh, no all-NBA team for Russell Westbrook. So they made the playoffs. They're the 8th seed, though. Russell Westbrook keeps his playoff streak alive. Barely getting in there, but they did get in there. Russell Westbrook ended up averaging only 19, 8, and 7. But like I mentioned, his overall is starting to drop. But they had to rely on, like, a rookie. He's a 10th overall pick, but a rookie nonetheless. I mean, their bench is not that bad. Either way. We ended up being a 3 seed again. And next, oh my God, Dallas and LA are going against each other. Okay, so we're going to have to go against one of the 2 teams in the second round. And if we can get out of that second round, first let's focus on this because I don't want to think too far ahead, but I feel confident. There's no Rudy Gobert here anymore. If we can get out of the second round, we can win a championship. We're up 2-0 already in this round, 3-0. Okay, so we sweep the Jazz. No Rudy Gobert made it easy. And the Lakers were up 3-0 and blew it. Oh, and they also have Derrick Rose. And they also have Drummond? All right. It's just our luck that we put together a good team and we run into... Oh, no, they lost. I'm sorry. They lost. So we still have to go against Luka, and DeMar DeRozan all of a sudden's on this team. Yeah, DeMar DeRozan and Davis Bertans. This team got better from last year. That is insane. All right, game 1. A rematch. There's our win, and we beat them by 27. James Harden is like, he's not going home. You know what? Let's start off this early. I don't even want to give... Where's that at? I don't even want to give Luka any light. I want to shorten the rotation, and I'm throwing... Freddie's too small, bro, but he plays good defense, but he's just too small. So I'm going to throw Will Barton on him again. Will Barton is losing bad just because he's getting older. So maybe we're just better off playing with James Harden. I don't know. Okay, let's go into game 2. No. I will 100% put Will Barton on them if they didn't already do. Oh, they already did that from last season. It's still there from last year. Yeah, okay. So what I want to do, on-ball pressure, specifically with Luka Doncic, we are smothering. We are denying him the ball. And on-ball screens, we're going over because it's Luka. We're going to hard hedge Luka, even though he's a good playmaker. Let's soft hedge Luka, and we're going to stay attached. Okay, maybe those are the changes we need. Game 2 is a win, and Luka has struggled. He still put up 20, 10, and 7, but 6 for 20 is a struggle. We're up 2-0. Let's not blow this, guys. Let's not blow this. If we can get out of this round, we are winning this championship. Get out of this round, we're up 3-0. I can't count them out because last round they were down 3-0 and they won. But look at that. Porzingis really struggled. DeMar really struggled. Just one more game like that. Uh-oh. Okay. We did it. We're in the conference finals again. And now we're going against the Denver Nuggets, who have Robert Covington starting for them again. And Nazir Little as their power forward. I guess so. I mean, sure. Game 1 is a win for us. Oh, my God. This might be the year, Houston fans. We might have did it. Game 2 is a win. We sweeping them. Nope, we're not. Same as last round, though. Nope, not the same as last round. Okay. And then we go against KD and Kyrie in the championship. We have gone against some very great teams on this run. But let's not stop it here. Come on. Let's go. We win game 1. James Harden, come on, man. Get this finals MVP, baby. 23 years old. 32 years old. Almost up there age, man. Game 2 is a win. Up by 5 in that win. Okay. Don't let them come back. 3-1. And we did it. James Harden averages 39, 7, and 7 in the finals. Y'all don't know why. That makes me so happy because I tried to record this video yesterday and I failed miserably. I took some different steps this time around and was able to win a championship. I'm sorry it couldn't be with Russell Westbrook. It just the 2 major contracts just really hindered us from getting the team better. But I had a lot of fun. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like. Again, this wasn't hyper realistic, but we tried to keep I had a game plan in mind and we stuck to that, and that's a W. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.